Affair. An affair is an event or thing that happened. My wife and I attended a farm affair over the weekend. Assembly. An assembly is a group that are together for the same reason. The students had assembly to talk about the entrance. Black. To bless is to add gas for protection or help. The angel blessed the newborn baby to get a sim. Cereal. Cereal as the food to make with milk and fruit breakfast as the fast and common breakfast food enjoyed in the US. Cheerful. When someone is careful or the happy or feel good. The children are careful because they didn't have to go to school. Diameter. Diameter is the rough thing at the length across a center. The diameter trees over 20 centimeters. Exploit. To exploit something is to use it for three decisions rather than good reason. The company exploits their worker and makes them take 12 hours a day. Famine. A famine a long time with little or no food. The farmer couldn't grow any food in dry soil, so where the famine. Harvest. A harvest is the act of collecting fruit from farming. They had a lot of wheat from the last harvest. Marry. If someone is married, they are very happy. They have married because the weather got great. Nut. A nut is a hard seed of fruit that comes from some trees and bushes. To eat the nut, first you have to crack itself. Pardon. To pardon is the way to ask someone to repeat what was said before. Pardon is teacher, but could you repeat what you just said? Pharaoh. Pharaoh is the king and is the teacher. The pharaoh reiterated for 7 years. Ripe. When the fruit is ripe, it is ready to eat eaten. The cherry was nice and ripe. Roast. To roast something is to cook it in an oven or a fire. Mama took turkey for the holiday dinner. Routine. A routine is the way of doing things that is the same every time. My father's daily routine includes shaving and wrap people breakfast. Skin. A skin is a plan of design. Mickey and Minnie came up with a skin to solve a problem. Slim. If something or someone is slim, they are thin. Look at my cell phone, it's very slim. Stove. A stove is designed to cook food. A new stove helps to cook food much better than before. Theft. A theft with criminal acts that involves someone stealing something. The theft was TV to play when he was at work. Why monkey has no home? For 5 years ago, the famine. The farmer has people to plant them, and finally they have a good harvest. Then with now plenty of food, the pharaoh decided to have party. The party they had a fair. For Friday they had a new tree. Monkey got very happy because of the famine was very slim. He wanted to eat a lot of food. When he arrived at the feast, I read a bloody paper got filled with food. There are not boiled cereal or dry food. You can also smell of roasted meat cooking on the stove. The assembly of animals would marry, however, during the feed. Monkey thought over a scheme to exploit the pharaoh kingdom. He decided to steal some of the food and then eat it at home. All the animals were cheerful. They didn't notice the company were hiding food. After the feed, Monkey took a food to his house and ate it. He repeated a routine every day for 4 days. But on the fifth day, the pharaoh had a surprise. He was going to give all the animals a home. While he was excited, what can he bring the Pharaoh home? He could not get through the door. They barred quite the doorway. He was too fat. Maki asked the Pharaoh to forgive him for his fat, but the Pharaoh said no. Pardon, Master Monkey. He didn't understand why the Pharaoh was being unkind. Everybody who have a home now, but not you. Now you know that Greece net you nothing is with the Pharaoh. How do people go from the not having the back into the what had no choice to say I'm totally secret to Q, conditioning the mind to go from a situation that are be okay to get something greater. A greatness. What is you are and what excites you? What exotic? You know, tender quick no tender is how the exciting more death and this day, what even the merit boss you get the first three vào the right you get it from the mouth you and passing out in the mind other per second. What does that feel like? You made a million bucks why nobody in history that understand it. You fight. So unbelievable. But it wasn't about the money. Like exactly got about the money was a thing oh that how many calls like a buy. I don't just worth it as just you were just breaking through what the other barrier of proper. So that point wasn't about that you are the point, for my fear. For the point you fear, and for some people, I think in some cases also, I recommend who I am capable, somebody who like read. That is just about what if I could take on another skill can create more freedom for my life. Understand, I'm not having a god try. But for right now, what I want to do the math and wait from do the ritual. I want to do one thing about baby condition my mind. I like a song, I follow through, I gotta be a listen something. I must myself go for and 10 jog and go it and do it constantly and was state and follow through. Or mark and follow the state. Second, I get clear about what is in much from me. Got back listener from because I want to master your life, I create some free. I got master overnight, I got system, I got plan. I do one thing a day. I want to work one chapter a week. I get the real figure out the kind industrial next economy, basic build and traffic, and execute and make the parts. And I get store girl and make a file in the box or build in the box in the week. I think 25 at the start first $25 decided. And the first game dollar I did the try 22 and then the first chain about the a truck driver got it 4,000 year and make a roast every my family. Like covered that's for covered the truck. Right. I think now I told on my finger, my teeth. At 38 years old, I can make 3 random a month. By now, I don't have my mind that I can make 10 a month. That's equal 10 grand a day have to get a day. I get $1 million a day, would be $400 million a day. Stop at the company, the public, my first stock. But the fry happy I did though, the count. That's executed. You're right, we are the road further. 400 million. You can. I lost the rising. I've lost the. He told me the sketch. I had a for 15,000 Barakan never rent just way. I do the love of watch in the house and went crazy and go stop and fraud and mess back right now. Wow, that's cool, right? Okay, that a million chapter was mixed and brought right back to what I love. Once you break through and just come the game, the people in the green project and not got broken too the breakthrough happened by conditioning the mind every day by feeling it a role, a story, keep putting the cell, a big state you throw from a physical storm. You got a little ritual, a little bit each day, and they got momentum. The more that I thought was that why? Absolutely the must for you. But there had to be the kind of world that had to be something they're hungry for. Only different about the hungry, you're not hungry, get a lot of people get something hit you. Stop a standing workshop seminar. Listening to take as a daily basis to begin to raise condition your mind and train the figgy. It come. How did people go from not having the best again the world has no choice to say I'm totally sick of this to conditioning the mind to go from that situation where they'll be okay, getting something greater. After think about this, what pieces you are and recite you. If the orative, you know, 20 earthquake, no, 25 donor. Exciting more that married to that day, if in a million bucks, you know, you didn't first 20-hour version, I know you break the from the box million bucks, we had to allow the mind just a second. But it just feel like you make a million bucks, joy, nobody in history has done it. Euphoria. It's unbelievable. Like what you're quoting about the money. Exactly because exactly what about the money. What I think that all the family guy can buy. It just wasn't, it's just I was breaking through like another barrier of fruit or progress. So that point wasn't about the party or and that's why were really the point from my fear, but really was got the fear and for some people I think in some cases also a recognition who I am, what I'm capable for somebody who like the great. There's about but if I could take on another skill because there's more freedom from my life. And just saying, I'm not having to go out to try and do it perfectly right now. What to do for the next 8 weeks? I'm going to do what go richer. I'm going to do one thing a day, condition my mind. So let's go strong. I follow through. I'm going to read some, I'm going to listen to something. I'm going to submit myself, go for an intense jog. I got to refresh. I do consciously get the state. I fall forward because the people fall into state. Second, get clear about why the game must for me, not the micro gain and goal, but because I want to master my life to create some freedom. Because I master overnight because the system I got plan. Want to one thing a day, I got to work once to take a quick this week go to Africa out when product industry next week going to be. Basically build the traffic and next week I'll make a release the bots and to get to grow whatever I could be and make the 1,000 box. I keep the box in the week. I the 25 the first 25 most excited. I mean, the first 300s, I remember light training too. And Mike was supposed to be a truck driver. Because for all the years, I got make the most every in my family and made it work out for you. Well, thank God about the truck and right in the truck. My finger, I told my finger, I got two, my teeth right. Scientific went to the make 3 grand a month. Though I did that, I don't have my mind. Then I can make 10 grand a month this quarter. 10 grand a day, 100% a day, and they make $1 million a day out of the day, gonna be 400 million a day. Stock by the company, public, my personal stock. But the property so doesn't really count. And just checking people. People remember first story, 400 billion. All right. So me gonna start the audience of 15 the people that gonna stand up during the strike break. I do really love the current house that work crazy and got to start the refracting night process right now. Wow, that's cool. Okay, that no. What next gonna love? What then you say about the game, get a little bit richer, the big X day, and then to get momentum. The most important at all was started out. Why? Actually, why is that a must for you? It doesn't have to be against the goal, but it has to be something you're hungry for. Only there are people hungry, not hungry. And there are people hungry, something hate you. Stop attending your self-seminar, listening to camps on daily basis to begin to reconnect, start and retrain of thinking. Take come by good hearing.